Although it isn't a segment leader when it comes to full-size trucks, compared to the offerings from the Big Three, the Toyota Tundra has a cult following because of its proven reliability and its incredible resale value. After the major changes that we saw with the 22 model year, loyal Tundra customers have been anxiously waiting for the new model year to not miss out on the updates of the 2025 model. So join us as we delve deeper into how the all-new 2025 Toyota Tundra shocks the entire car industry. Tundra gets an all-new hybrid powertrain. As Bob Dylan famously said, "Times, they are a-changin'." As with the rest of the industry, full-size pickup trucks are also downsizing their engines to meet the new emission requirements. The good old days of having big, powerful V8 engines in full-size trucks are long gone. If you were, like us, a big fan of the bulletproof 5.7-liter 3UR-FE with all of its mighty 8 cylinders, you are rightfully a bit sad to see that Toyota won't be offering this V8 for the Tundra anymore. On the other hand, the iForce and iForce Max powertrains promise to not keep loyal Toyota customers wanting more. So let's take a look at the numbers for these engines. The 2025 Toyota Tundra, like its 2024 counterpart, will come with two powertrain options. The first one, the iForce, is a 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 that will offer 389 horsepower at 5,200 RPMs and 479 foot-pounds of torque at 2,400 RPMs. These are very similar numbers that we had in the old V8 engine. That powertrain was able to produce 381 horsepower and 401 foot-pounds of torque. When we take a look at the hybrid iForce Max, however, we see quite a lot of improvement compared to the older V8. The hybrid iForce Max has the same 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6, but it's coupled with an electric motor and uses the gas engine and the electric motor together. This powertrain is able to get 437 horsepower and 583 foot-pounds of torque. The hybrid powertrain of the Tundra is a bit different compared to the other hybrid engines from Toyota, as it is there to provide assist to the ICE engine, rather than improve the fuel economy. Even though we are a bit sad to lose the V8 option, we are getting a huge deal of improvement in terms of horsepower and torque from the new hybrid powertrain, which is a huge plus in our book. Not only are we seeing an increase in power, the downsizing under the hood also means that we will be getting a lot better fuel economy compared to the old V8. The old 5.7 engine was only able to get 13 miles to the gallon in the city and 17 on the highway. In fact, this was one of the biggest complaints for the Tundra, and we're happy to say that Toyota overcame this issue with their new engines. The base iForce is able to get 18 miles per gallon in the city and 23 on the highway, whereas the hybrid iForce Max gets 20 in the city and 24 on the highway. With these V6 powertrains, Toyota offers the best of both worlds in terms of power and fuel economy. Many bed configurations for all your needs. Here's another thing we have to commend Toyota for giving their customers a lot of options when it comes to configuring their new truck. Even though the Toyota Tundra has considerably lower sales numbers compared to the full-size trucks of the Big Three, they still offer the most amount of configurations for the bed and cab. The 2025 Toyota Tundra will offer 3 different bed sizes: 5.5, 6.5, or 8.1 foot beds. The longest bed option is only available for the lower trim options, and it is only available for the extended cab. It isn't available for the crew cab. If you are looking to have seating for 5 people and have a long bed, the 2025 Toyota Tundra is your only option. Ford and Chevrolet offer the long bed option for the single cab versions of the F-150 and Silverado respectively, whereas Ram does not even have a long bed option for their 1500 model. Our only complaint in this department would be the fact that you can't get the higher performance hybrid powertrain with the 8-foot bed, which would have been very useful in terms of power and fuel economy. Toyota also does not offer any single cab option, which would be preferred by tradesmen a lot. But these are only little nitpicks from our side. We're glad that there's at least a manufacturer that offers an extended cab long bed option, payload and tow ratings for the new Tundra. Obviously, if you are in the market for a full-size pickup truck, you will be interested in how much it will be able to tow. Thankfully, the all-new 2025 Toyota Tundra does not disappoint in this aspect either. If you are looking for the trim that can tow the most, you are going to look at the SR5 with either the 6.5 bed with the extended cab, as it can tow up to 12,000 pounds. On the other hand, the maximum payload rate is just a bit lower than 2,000 pounds. If you want the iForce Max engine for your truck, the tow rating goes down a little bit. However, not dramatically. The trims with the iForce Max engine can tow up to 11,500 pounds and have a max payload rating of 1,700 pounds. So if you're going to be towing a lot, be on the lookout for the SR5 trim instead of the higher level trims. A new off-road trim. Along with Ford's Raptor, Toyota's TRD Pro trim single-handedly began the off-road trim craze for all other pickup trucks out there. As such, Toyota fanatics were anxiously waiting for what the TRD Pro trim was going to offer for the 2025 model year Tundra. The TRD Pro trim will get you 2.5-inch Fox internal bypass shocks, 18-inch forged aluminum wheels, and Vulcan all-terrain tires, an aluminum skid plate, and underbody protection for the oil pan and the gearbox. It also includes an LED light bar in the front to help you see better in the darkness when you are out on the trails during the night. In terms of ground clearance, with a lift and the big all-terrain tires, the ground clearance is 11 inches. Now this isn't a lot, but we have to consider the truck size here as well. For a long time, the Tundra did not come with locking differentials. However, that all changed with the 2022 model year, and the 2025 model Tundra will also feature electronically locking front and rear differentials for trickier trails. Another important update for the 2025 Tundra is the introduction of the Trail Hunter off-road package. If you are familiar with the newer Toyota products, you probably already know about the Trail Hunter edition that was introduced with the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. It's an off-road package just like the TRD Pro, but there are some differences. The key difference is that the TRD Pro is more of a Baja runner for going fast in the desert dunes just like the Ford Raptor. On the other hand, the Trail Hunter is geared for people who are interested in overlanding and going slower through more technical trails instead of going fast. The Trail Hunter trim comes with Old Man Emu shocks, which increase the truck's load carrying capacity immensely. The Trail Hunter also brings an integrated air compressor and 12-volt outlets in the bed for powering your overlanding gear. So if you're into overlanding, make sure you wait for the release of the 2025 Toyota Tundra Trail Hunter to take advantage of Toyota's unmatched off-road prowess. Trims and prices. Now that we've seen the many changes for the 2025 Tundra, let's take a closer look at all the trim options Toyota offers for the Tundra to help you make your decision. As usual, the Tundra has two base trims, the SR and the SR5. However, for the 2025 model year, we really do not recommend the SR trim, as it comes with a detuned iForce engine that generates considerably less horsepower than the properly tuned iForce engine. For the SR trim Tundra, you'll only get 358 horsepower and 406 foot-pounds of torque, which is quite the downgrade. Another benefit of the SR5 is that the towing package comes as standard, which is optional in the SR. The SR5 trim will start at about $47,000. The limited trim offers more luxury and has the optional iForce Max hybrid engine, compared to the base models which do not have this option. The limited trim will be starting at $52,000. The much anticipated TRD Pro is going to be starting at $73,000, which just reminds us how crazy the prices have been in the last couple of years. Other than the previously mentioned off-road features, this trim also includes many updates in the interior, such as the 12-speaker JBL sound system. On the far end of the spectrum, we have the fully loaded Capstone luxury trim, which includes power retractable running boards and power tailgate, air suspension, and a much nicer interior. This top-of-the-line trim is going to start at a whopping $79,000.